Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Lifestyle with Susan here. It's been a while. I have been off here for a while, but I'm back now and I'm praying to God for consistency. So guys, today I will be talking about my birth story. Yes, I'll be talking about the whole series of events, how everything went. I'm so excited to share with you guys. So please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment and share this video. Please subscribe guys, please. So let's get into it. So guys, as soon as I got to 37 weeks pregnant, I was so worried as a first time mom, because I was like, when is this baby going to come out? Because at that point I was so exhausted, I was tired. I wanted the baby to come out because I had I've watched videos, I've seen people who have given birth at 36, 37, 38 weeks. So I wanted that to be me so bad, because I couldn't wait to see my baby and I was exhausted. I was tired of being pregnant. So I did a lot of things. I ate pineapples. It didn't work. I did exercises, different types of exercises, still didn't work. So at 39 weeks pregnant, I went to see my doctor because I couldn't take it anymore. Everything I was doing wasn't working and I was so tired of being pregnant and I wanted to meet my baby so bad, guys. So I got to my doctor and my doctor was like, girl, be patient. I was like, doctor, help me, doctor, I'm tired. So she was like, I just have one more week to be to complete 40 weeks. I was going to be 40 weeks the upper week. So she said, on the day I come for my next appointment, when I'm 40 weeks, we are going to do a membrane sweep to like hasten things up. So I said, okay, let me just try and be patient, because I was already losing it. So I said, okay. So fast forward to Tuesday. That was a day before my membrane sweep, a day before I turned that was 19th of December 2023, a day before I turned 40 weeks. I was in the house in the night. My husband came back from work, we spoke, we did everything that we had to do that night. Then I think it was past 9 p.m. thereabouts. We were watching TV, so I got up to go and pee. I was pressed. When I went to the restroom, I wiped up after peeing. I saw, or rather, yes, I saw basically that my mucus plug had come off. It was then shit became real. I saw my mucus plug and I was like, I was so excited. I was so happy. But then again, I calmed down a bit because I also read, first time moms, we do a lot of investigations. So I also read that the fact that you see your mucus plug doesn't mean that you're going to give birth immediately. It could still take a little more time before you give birth, but it simply means that your birth is around the corner. So when I first saw it, I was excited, thinking, give me birth right now, till I remembered what I had read. So I was like, so when I saw it, I didn't even wait to finish up. I ran out of the toilet. I went to meet my husband. I told my husband that, see, my mucus plug has finally come out. He was like, hey, thank God, finally. So I went to my mom. My mom was already around, so I told her that, see what happened. And she was like, it's almost time. So everybody was just calm. So they asked me how I was feeling, and I was like, I'm feeling good. There was nothing different about how I was feeling. I was still feeling normal, no signs, no nothing. So my husband suggested that I message my gynae to tell her that my mucus plug had come out. So I sent a message to my gynae. She was really awesome. I sent her a message on WhatsApp and she replied me immediately. She asked me to start taking record of my contractions and all that. So basically all I was feeling at that moment was Braxton Hicks kind of feeling that I normally feel. There was no new feeling thereabout. So I sat down, we continued watching TV, but I was I was pumped up basically. So my husband said he had to go to the hospital the next day and just to check up and see how I'm feeling. So the time had gotten to like 11ish, kind of around 11 p.m. and we're still watching TV. I started noticing that my contractions, or should I call them Braxton Hicks, because I don't know in fact, I didn't know what it was again, because it started coming frequently, like every less than a minute, basically apart. So I was like, I've not felt like this before, so I can't really tell what's going on right now, because I wasn't feeling any pain. I was just feeling that my Braxton Hicks, the usual thing I have, it was coming more than it usually did. So I told my husband. He said I should keep recording the time, that in that case we'll go to the hospital the next day just to be sure what's going on. So at about 12 a.m. we retired for bed. So while on the bed with my husband, I was feeling the Braxton Hicks. Let's just refer to them as Braxton Hicks for now. I was feeling it more and more again, and I kept telling my husband, I'm feeling this way, but I'm not feeling any pain. And he was like, babe, are you sure we're not going to go to the hospital this night? It's better to just be safe than sorry. Let's just go to the hospital this night. And me, I was saying, oh no. I was saying, no, we can wait, Joe, we can wait. That's what I was telling him, that we should wait. So after much talk, I kept on repeating it, that this contractions is getting too frequent. At the point it became like 20 seconds apart. It was getting too frequent, but I wasn't feeling any pain. So I went to my mom's room to tell her that this is how I'm feeling, and she said, let's wait till tomorrow, that it's already night, let's wait till tomorrow morning we'll go to the hospital and check me up. So I said, okay, no problem. So I went back to my room. My husband was still awake. It was about to 1 at this time. We're just pressing our phones, and I kept on repeating, these contractions. My husband was like, it's enough, get dressed, we are going to the hospital right now. He said we should go to the hospital, it's better to go this night. So at the time, we did not have a car yet, we've not bought our car yet, and we tried to book a ride to go to the hospital, because we live on the mainland and the hospital is on the island. So we kept on looking for a ride. We couldn't find a ride, and my contractions were getting more. So that's how we started rushing. My mom dressed up, I dressed up, my husband, all of us got ready. I'd already arranged my box, so we took the box. My husband said, we can't wait for a ride, we have to start trekking to the road now. That's how 3 of us, at around past 1, we started trekking, because where we live is like inside of a street. So to get to the road, you have to walk a bit, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You have to walk before you get to the junction. So that's how we started trekking. It was so funny. It was just basically only us, but it's a safe street still. There's lights everywhere. It was just us on the road. Getting to the junction now, we kept on booking rides. Some drivers that will accept our ride, we use us to play. They won't come. We stayed on the roadside basically for about 30 minutes before we saw a good Samaritan. He was a driver. He stopped for us. He was just passing by and he stopped for us, and that's how he was the one who carried us to the hospital. On the way, my contractions kept on getting more and more intense, although it was still bearable. So our good Samaritan driver, he told us that his wife also just gave birth, and so fast forward, we got to the hospital. Immediately we got to the hospital, a doctor came to check me out immediately in the emergency room, and when she checked me out, she saw that I was 3 centimeters dilated. And she was like, it's good that we came to the hospital. And mind you, we got to the hospital about 2-3 thereabouts. And she said that since I'm 3 centimeters dilated, she doesn't think I'm going to give birth anytime soon. That maybe tomorrow evening. That's the next day evening, which is rather, we're already in the next day, 20th of December. So she said maybe later in the evening of this new day that we are in now, that I'll give birth. So they checked me into a room in the hospital, and it was waiting next. So after I was checked in to a room, my husband decided to go back home that night at about 2-4 because he had to go to work in the morning to let them know that his wife is about to give birth, because the doctor had told him that I wasn't going to give birth till like maybe in the evening. So he had to go to work, then come back to me after work towards when I'm ready to give birth, because his office isn't really that far from the hospital. So he left me with my mom, and we were just there. I was chatting with my friends that knew about my pregnancy, and I couldn't sleep. This was past 4 now. I couldn't sleep. I was anticipating the whole experience. I just wanted to soak it all in. My first time experience. I've been looking forward to it, giving birth. So I had a nurse who would come in regularly to check up on me, to check up on my contractions, to see how far or how well it's doing. At about past 5, I decided to try and sleep. Let me just try and sleep so that time will pass by. So I dropped my phone, and a few minutes later, shit started getting real. My contractions became severe. Women, is this what people go through? Women, we guys, basically, women, you guys are awesome, because the pain I felt, I never want to feel that kind of pain again. God help me. It was so painful, guys, that I will beat the wall, because when the contraction comes, it's like squeezing. Then I feel relief for a second, then it comes again. It was traumatizing. I'll beat the wall, I'll beat my nurse. God bless her heart, she was so nice. She was so nice to me. So the whole experience just basically made me wonder how, because I've seen videos of women giving birth and they are standing and they are moving around. They are moving around with the pain. I was like, how? Because me, I couldn't move. I was just lying down on the bed in agony. I could not move. My leg would not even touch the ground if you tried. So this went on till past to 7 a.m. that 20th of December morning, and my gynae came into my room and she saw me. Immediately she saw me, she said, "Nurses, carry this woman to the labor room right now or she's going to give birth here." I was like, hey, this is happening, really? But honestly, at that point in time, I didn't even know what I was doing again. I wasn't myself, but I was kind of relieved that it's about to be over. So that's how everybody started rushing. As to 7 in the morning, everybody started rushing to carry me. I couldn't walk, so they had to bring a wheelchair to carry me up the elevator to the labor room. So we got to the labor room now. The labor room was locked. I was guys, it felt I can't even describe the feeling sitting on that wheelchair. I felt like, God, let it just end. God help me. That's just how I felt. Because at this point, I used to think that when it's time to give birth, if the doctor says push, that's when you push. I did not know that your body will actually be pushing for you, because that's what happened to me. I was not in control of my body anymore. my baby was literally pushing herself out. And because my doctor had already told me some appointments ago that if I'm not told to push, I shouldn't push. So I was fighting my body, I was fighting myself. So Jesus Christ. So that's what I was going through, seated in that wheelchair. The labor room door was locked. They had to start rushing to look for the key to the labor room because everybody was not settled. My doctor was like, I'm going to give birth on the ground right now if they are not fast enough, because I was already, I dilated really quick. So my mom had already called my husband. He was already rushing back from work. Anyways, while they were running around looking for the labor room key, looking for it, I thought I was about to give birth, because I actually just gave up in the pushing and let whatever wants to come out of the wheelchair. So what actually came out was my water. My water broke right on the wheelchair in front of the labor room, and I felt relieved. I was like, okay, I can hold on a bit for now. So they found the labor room key and they were opening it, trying to set up. In fact, there was not even time to set up, because like my water breaking just gave me only 2 minutes of freedom. The pain that came after it was worse than what I was feeling earlier. This time the force was stronger. My baby wanted to come out. I just kept on saying, doctor help me, doctor help me. Because I didn't use any meds, no epidurals, no nothing. So it was all raw pain, guys. So we finally got into the labor room. My doctor and the nurses, they were rushing to set everything up. In fact, they didn't even finish setting everything up. They just put me on the table, because I was already telling them, see, I will push, because I was fighting my body. My body was pushing on its own. My doctor was just shouting, don't push her, don't push, don't push, you're gonna tear, don't push, don't push. I was like, doctor help me, I'm trying. It was really dramatic. So few minutes inside the labor room, I just couldn't hold it any longer. I told my doctor, this baby is coming out, she's coming out. That was how my doctor just quickly left what she was doing, because she was still trying to arrange all these stuff, so she quickly rushed, caught the baby, and my baby came out. So I was so excited. First of all, I felt this relief all over my body, like I felt so free. I felt amazing. One of the nurses brought my baby to where my face was, and I saw my baby, and she looked just like her father. God, I wanted to cry. So after all this pain that I went through for you, girl, you look like your father. I was so but all in all, I was so happy. The experience it feels like it was just yesterday, and my daughter is going to be 1 year old tomorrow. Like, it's crazy. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful to God for the experience. It was amazing, even though it was painful. So the nurses took my baby to check her up, to clean her up and all of that. While I was with my doctor, she was trying to patch me up, because obviously there was a tear. And let's not even talk about how painful the stitches for the tear is, guys. Okay, so they're supposed to give you an injection to numb the pain, yeah, but I don't know about you guys, but for me, that injection does not fully numb the pain. I still felt the needle sewing through my skin, sewing me. But it was crazy. I'm so glad it's over now. So after we're all done, I they wheeled me out of the labor room back to my room, and as I was about to climb down the elevator, when they opened the doors, I saw my husband, and he was so excited. He was just there standing. I was like, I was so happy. He was standing with my mom. Everybody was so happy, but the whole thing basically just happened so fast. It wasn't how we planned it. This is just to tell you that you can plan, but God is the final planner. Because our plan was that my husband will actually be there in the delivery room, but God will have it, he couldn't make it because he was at work, and before he came in to the hospital, I had already given birth. So that just basically it. That's my birth story, guys. I gave birth at exactly 40 weeks pregnant. The day I was supposed to do my membrane sweep, that's when I gave birth. How crazy is that? How crazy. God is just amazing. Basically, if there's one thing I wish I did, if I could go back in time, that I wish I could do rather, is to have created memories of the moment. I don't know what happened, but the thought of recording, taking videos of each point, it didn't just come to mind, and I don't have any memories of the whole process. So I wish I had that. I think that's something I will change when I have my next child. Document the process and all that, so that we all could look back at it in the future and smile.